94.3 WYBC, the rhythm of the city. Darryl Huckaby with Dee in the morning on a Feel Good Friday.
All
In
right.
just 4 days, count them, 4 days until Election Day. Now, keep in mind, we have early voting here in Connecticut through Sunday. So you have a couple more days for early voting, but the big day, November 5th, Tuesday, Election Day. And I have my friend, we go way back,
That's right.
Dori Dumas, president of the Greater New Haven branch of the NAACP, talking about voting 2024. Dori, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I am doing well. And thank you for having us every year. We look forward to our partnership with 94.3 WYBC. Darryl, you and I personally have been doing this for many years since you've been there. So I appreciate the partnership. And
Long,
together,
long time.
yeah,
But
together
this
we're
year
hoping
is
to
more
have that
important.
positive impact. Yeah.
This year is more important than I would say than any of the previous years in terms of elections because of what we are voting for in terms of the future of democracy of our country. And we can't emphasize, I've been on the radio talking about this for months and months and months. And now we're down to the wire. We got to get people out to vote. You got to cast your
Absolutely.
ballot. You got to let your voice be heard and participate in democracy. So,
Democracy is on the line. So much is at stake. We have to take this very serious. This is one of the most crucial elections of our time. And so every election, local elections, everything is important. We need people to take areas. But this time, more so than ever, because democracy is on the line, because so much is at stake, because if we don't act like we know what we can lose and how this can really be hurtful, harmful, and dangerous, and really taking us back, turning the clock, talking about turning the clock back this weekend,
yeah.
really turning the clock back. And so this election is really, it has a lot of consequences. So if we don't understand what is at stake and how important it is that we turn out, that we vote, that every vote matters, how much power is in that vote. I mean, at this point in time, for the Greater New Haven NAACP, we're not asking people who always vote to just get out there. We're saying for the people who always vote, can you please do the power of five? Contact 5 people in your family, your neighborhoods, your nieces, nephews, children, people who are like not understanding how important it is, not understanding how valuable that vote and powerful that vote is. If each of us reach 5 people, the power of five could help us get those numbers up and make sure that we don't take anything for granted. It's scary, Dara. I have to
Yeah.
say, it's scary this year,
Yeah.
and it's critical, like
Yeah.
crucial. I mean, you name it, that's how serious it is. And we've been putting in a lot of work. We know that WYBC and others have been really trying, but now this is the last 4 days.
It's crunch
It's
time.
it's crunch time. And if you're not a registered voter, you can still in person, just yourself, go to your town hall, register and vote on the spot. We
Yep.
can't register you anymore. Those dates are behind us. But we've been driving people to the polls that said, I'm not even registered. But are you interested? Because if you even have the least little bit of interest, we will go the extra mile and drive you there. And we have been doing that. The NAACP this year, for the first time, we started over 2 weeks ago with boots on the ground, heels on the pavement, you
Mm-hmm.
name it. We've been doing pumps on the pavement, getting to doors, knocking on doors, asking people, are they registered? Do they know where their polling site is? Do they need a ride? We need to take all excuses off the table. Each of us and every one of us can do something. Everybody can do something. And if you can't drive people, you can tell them to call the NAACP. We'll drive them. We'll get them a ride.
All hands on deck. So, is there
All
a website?
hands.
You got a website?
So we have a contact number, and let
Okay.
me slow that down because I want to make sure people get it. If you need a ride to the polls, you can call us, Greater New Haven NAACP, at 203 389 7275. We just need your name, your telephone number, and your address. We will call you to confirm a time. that is convenient, and we will have someone come pick you up. So we will bring you to the polls and back home. So if you need us, 203-389-7275. Please call us. We will make sure you get a ride. For people who want to work with us, as you know, we're nonpartisan, but we're not blind. So we're standing up and talking against Project 2025 and other things. But if you want to volunteer with us, we're still knocking on doors this weekend. We have a whole plan with the Divine Nine on Sunday. They're going to come with us. We're going to go in different neighborhoods. We're asking people, are they registered? Because they can still go up until Sunday, 6 o'clock. They can still register in person. We're asking them, do they know their polling site? Because some people think they know, but if you've moved or if they had any changes, you haven't voted. So we're confirming stuff for people. We're also putting door knockers on doors, letting people know the NAACP is here for you to give you a ride. Are taking it to the people. We're going to where people are. So we're going into neighborhoods in our community. And then that's Sunday, Monday, and then election day, we will be at the polls with WYBC.
Absolutely.
In the afternoon, who will be at Lincoln Bassett School. We have Shades from Yale University who will be performing and singing at Wexter Grant. We're going to be hitting up a couple of other polling sites. So there's things to do. And then let me just say, after all this is over, come join us for our watch party at Terminal 110. So that's kind of our whole plan for the next 4 days. But before we watch what's happening, we got to make sure we got all the work done. There's a lot of work to be done.
We got to put the pedal to the metal. And this is grind time. So we're winding down. Just 4 days left. Again, through Sunday, you can early vote. And when you early vote, you can log on to the website, Connecticut website on their portal to find out your early voting location, which would be different from your regular voting location on Tuesday. So don't get that confused. And then make sure if you don't early vote that you vote on Tuesday, and grab a friend, a family member, a neighbor, a cousin, an acquaintance, a coworker. Grab as many people as you can. And the key is not to get the people that consistently vote, but get those that don't normally vote, because this is an important election year. And on Tuesday, I'm going to be bouncing around to different poll places, representing and encouraging people to come out and vote. So I'll be checking in live from different poll places around New Haven. And don't forget West Haven, we got East Haven, we got North Haven, we got Milford, we got Orange, we got Woodbridge. New Haven County, we need to stand up. Connecticut, we need to stand up and represent. Let your voice be heard, cast your ballot, and you got to participate in democracy. This is important.
And that's important. And for those of you who vote, we hope you're voting and will vote. Please know that there's a question on the ballot. 2 years ago, we were out there poll standing and asking people to vote yes for early voting, and it paid off. We did a lot of testifying. We did a lot of lobbying and writing letters to our representatives, and it paid off. The first time ever in 2024, Connecticut has early voting. Now we're asking you to say yes to extending absentee ballots. So voting should be easy. Life is hard. Voting should be easy. We should easily be able to do it. And if you don't, you're not going to be in town or you have different things, we wanted people to say yes to extending absentee ballot and no excuse absentee ballot. So that's what's on the ballot. So when you're looking at it, we want you to make sure you fill out all your bubbles, but don't forget that there's questions on that ballot. So be an informed voter. First of all, be a voter. Make sure you register, but you actually exercise your right to vote. People died for this right. We fought for this right. We should never, ever take it for granted. People want us not to vote. People put blocks up for us not to vote for a reason. And the reason is there's so much power. And when you vote, you have a voice. When you vote, you can make decisions. People are going to listen to you. If you're not voting, then what you care about, the things in your community and everything in your life is affected by that vote. So if you think it doesn't matter, trust me. Your kids go to school, you have loans, student loans, your streets, how your parks,
the
your
trajectory
rent,
of
everything.
our lives moving forward matters on what we do either
Everything.
today or by Tuesday. So make sure you get out there and vote. And don't forget that question, the referendum on the ballot. No excuse absentee ballot. We need that here in Connecticut. So Dori Dumas, president of the Greater New Haven NAACP, thank you so much for the work that you guys do in our community, not just during the election year, but throughout the year, and advocating for our community, the African-American community. And we need to make a statement this year. That's all I'm gonna say. Make a statement, come out and vote. You'll see me bouncing around town. I'll be hanging out with Dori at a few places.
That's right.
So come out, exercise your right to vote.
Come on, let's do this, people. Let's turn up, let's turn out, let's take every excuse off the table and make sure we get someone else out there along with us. Again, I want to thank Antoinette Badillo and our whole team. Listen, the NAACP, we're in this, but we do this with partnerships like 94.3 WYBC and others. We look forward to the Divine Nine, other organizations, churches, anybody and everybody. We have to do this together. So thank you, Darryl, always for riding with us, doing this with us, and making a difference. It matters that we all are in this together. So thank you.
Absolutely. Ride or die. Dori Dumas, president of the Greater New Haven NAACP. Get out to vote. Election 2024.
Let's do it.
Here. Let's do it. I'm Darryl Huckaby with Dee in the morning. Now the rhythm of the city, 94.3 WYBC.
Yay. Thank you.